Well, Amishi, I want to follow up on some of the work that you've been doing, which is fascinating. You have been working with soldiers in the U.S. military who are being deployed to go off to war zones, and you're with a project teaching them mindfulness techniques, right?
Right. So the project is and it has lots of people on the team, but I don't actually teach the mindfulness. In fact, the person teaching the mindfulness is actually kind of an exceptional person in and of herself. She's a former Army captain who also is an ordained Buddhist teacher who sat several retreats. And so she's got this, and she's a daughter of the American Revolution and a professor of security studies at Georgetown. She's really got every hat on, and she was sort of the perfect partner for this project to develop the kind of mindfulness training that would be appropriate for people that are in the military. She understood that side of it. She understood the mindfulness training side. So the project, from my side, it was an interest in seeing how is it that stress on the horizon, something that you know is coming that's very stressful, how does that degrade our ability to pay attention? And how might we protect against that by offering mindfulness training? And yeah, she trained 240 soldiers. Then they were deployed to Afghanistan. They came back this summer, and we've tracked them on their functioning after they've come back. So we looked at them before and after they got training, which is both were before they were deployed, and then they came back from deployment, and we tested them again. And pretty soon I'll be able to say what we found. Very soon, very soon. But I'll say that we're happy. Yeah. And in one project that we already did, which was with pre-deployment Marines, the results were quite interesting. It was a much smaller sample. But I'll tell you what we found with that project, because we were talking about the Olympians of meditation. We were talking about 40,000 hours. Well, in the project we did with pre-deployment Marines, what we found was that getting this training that Liz Stanley, the exceptional teacher that we had as a collaborator, offered, and doing as little as 12 minutes of practice a day actually helped these Marines keep their attention and working memory, this kind of added ability to pay attention over time, stable. If they practiced less than that or didn't practice at all or weren't offered the training, they all degraded in their functioning. Yeah, I think that's an important point, that our ability to hold our own ethical code really relies on our working memory. If you cannot hold information in your mind in the moment that guides how you are to behave, you will just go back to, will go in a reactive mode that could really be very problematic. And the data showed this sort of pattern: increased working memory, better attention. But what was really interesting was having the Marines themselves describe how things were different. For them, most of these Marines had gone 3 or 4 times before. And one of the medics that was trained actually said it so beautifully. He said, the last time I was there, everything was a blur. Everybody was a target. But this time I could see. That was a boy. That could be my son. And he really shifted in the way he was thinking and able to see. He was more discerning.